Yep. Yes, sir. Look at that.
All right. Second time's a charm.
Exactly. There we go. We're rolling
Live
out.
and learn.
All right. Cool. I got Ramon first.
Hey,
And
Tim,
by the
could
way,
you?
for the
Hey, Tim-
local guys, the tarp is on the field, so we should be able to play.
Hey, Tim, this is Taylor. Could you give me permission to record too?
Oh yeah, do I have to? I thought maybe I did it for everyone.
I think you might have to do it individually, which is kind of annoying.
It looks
Awesome.
that way.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Tim, me too, please.
I thought I got you.
Third time's the charm, right?
You're in.
All right, thank you.
All right. KSN is in. I don't know if you guys want to get started. I don't want to get interrupted. You know what I mean? There's a couple other people that I think may join. I don't want to, if we got to get started and then screw it up, you know?
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to wait or go. Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to get going and we'll see where it is.
All right. Yeah. Ramon, last night, a huge come from behind win, down 6 runs. What's about the fight in this team that, that they're never down by too much?
I mean, exactly. I mean, Dakota just started a little bit struggle, and it just was mostly, out of the zone, getting deep in counts. So basically, they jump ahead right away. But I mean, we never give it up. Players was together there. At least I just told those guys, just by one every inning. So I mean, and I just told my pitching coach Luis Ramirez, I say, hey, see the pitcher can hold this game like that, we're gonna come back and we're gonna win this game.
And how's Gilberto's wrist? Is he okay?
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we was a little scared, but then I mean, he did it the X-ray last night, or they come negative. So I mean, he should be out for, I would say, 2 days or 3 days.
And Aaron Whitefield was named, the AA Central Hitter of the Week. Just how impressive was his start and his quality of bats? Multiple multi-hit games and everything.
I mean, that was a really impressed. I mean, I gotta give it credit to Whitey because I mean, in the way he's been working, I mean, he just create a routine, every day, before the game, before the pregame, and he's applied right away to the game. And this is right now, he's really positive. Like I say, I just talked to him and I say, hey, you have to just worry about to make a contact. I mean, you put in a lot of pressure and the way you just get on base. I mean, then they had a chance to. He's really smart guy on the bases. So I mean, he got a chance to steal second, steal third. Put some pressure. But the big credit is in the way he's been working. I mean, offensively. So he's trying to change a little bit the mechanic, in the spin training. He want to just put in the ball and play a little longer, a little bit more. So that right now he's been working really well with him. I'm so happy for him. He's really excited right now,
Hey, Ramon, how is it having Jermaine Palacios back in the organization? I assume you probably coached him previously, but for him to come back has to be nice and kind of solidifies the middle of your infield pretty well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really, I have a Jermaine in the GCL and he just spent with me like extended and then like a month and a half before we just move up. And then we trade to the Rays and that was obviously he's a really good defender. In the time he spent with us, he was a really good hitter too. Unfortunately, the thing went different with the Rays. First thing I was talking with him, I mean, what he was doing different, obviously the Rays got a different style that don't work for him, So finally, Rafael Janis, and when we started searching for middle infielder, and we he called me and we get together about, hey, Palacios is a free agent. I mean, the Rays won't sign back, but I mean, with less money. So basically, I mean, we talked to him and I say, hey, we need an infielder. I mean, we need guys, like you, back. So finally, Rafael just making some calls and just forward some report to Brastal, and finally we get Germain, and I was so happy. I was so happy because I mean, obviously before we had Royce Lewis, was the guy that's supposed to be every day in the shortstop, and then I was my plan with Palacio. I was alternating in shortstop and second base and third base, but now he's the guy who's going to be mostly, playing shortstop right now. I mean, he's doing really good job. I know what he can do with offense and defense. So I'm really happy having Jermaine in my team.
Yeah, coach. And you had, I think you had Aaron back in Pensacola, right? In 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I was looking at his stats, and, it looked like he, struggled hitting there. Is it just confidence, or what's the biggest difference to the start he's off to right now?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, he was a back and forth, high A, double A, just like that, and that kind of is a tough for those guys, like same thing happened with Contreras. So I just, that I have Contreras in Whitey the same spot, even one time I had Whitey like for 3 days, and then I feel bad when I just call me like, hey, you got to go back to high A's, so, but they get mentally, they get the frustration, like for that year, even you don't have a really good year in the high A, but they promote to double A, just banging like that. But I mean, I think so the confidence is a total different guy right now. Like I say, he's been working a lot of things different now. He just, his focus now is just try to make more contact, try to drive the ball to the gap, and now he's going to find some land drives. Now he's going to put in ground balls, and hey, he got a lot of potential. Even you're going to see Whitey just try to bunting, base hit bunting. He's going to try to do a lot of things to just get on base. Okay, so basically yesterday he just come over and say, hey, I need to work this, I need to work, but the routine he's been doing right now, I mean, he's helped a lot, mentally, just building a lot of confidence. So that's the reason. Hey, he went the night before, he went on for 4 with 4 strikeout. That wasn't gonna. So we just talking about, hey, that is gonna happen. I mean, it's gonna happen. So you don't have to change anything at all because you're being successful right now offensively. What he got it to hit last night. So I mean, it's right now is feel really good in that side.
How nice is it to be able to come in and bring Miranda off the bench last night in a key situation? What's been the key to his fast start?
I mean, I give a day off to Miranda. Okay, so I just tell the kid like, hey, don't hit him BP, don't do anything on the field. So you show yourself 2 hours before the game, and just wear your spike and just get ready for some big situation. Okay. In that inning before, I just talk to him and I say, hey, go to the cage, starting stretching, starting making some swing because I'm gonna need you. And then finally, I get the big at bat. I just put in Miranda there. I mean, that's good when you have that kind of depth. Miranda is a good hitter. I mean, he take a really good at bat. He was ready. He just told me, hey, I just waited for the fastball 3-1 because I'm gonna knock the ball over the fence. But but that was good. That was good. But he was prepared for that situation. That's a good thing.
You guys good?
Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, sir.
All right. Hey, Whitefield. We
Hey,
got
man, you got your man.
we got
All right.
Aaron Whitefield, and then Miranda's on it. Jose Miranda's on his way.
Good day, fellas.
All right, Aaron. So obviously off to a really good start. Just what's been the big key for you? And Ramon mentioned confidence, and just how is that built to get this hot start for you?
Yeah, confidence and just sticking with my routine I built over the off season. I had plenty of time to get ready for the season, and being in the minor leagues for the last 5-6 years, you kind of figure out what you need to do and what not to do during a season. And I think honestly, just creating my routine with a hitting coach I went and seen in Iowa, and just sticking with that day in, day out. You're gonna have some bad days and you're gonna have some good days. But I think if you stick with your routine, like I have been the last couple, week and a bit, the good days are more than the bad days.
And Aaron, tell us a little bit about your background. Coming from Australia, what kind of got you interested in baseball, and just take us through kind of your start and how you got kind of interested in the game.
So I think it was 17 or 18. 16. I went to the World Championships in fast pitch softball in Argentina, and the week I got back to Australia, a scout with the Reds actually came up to me and was like, "Hey, have you ever thought about playing baseball?" And if in Australia, like, you don't have baseball at high school, you don't have it at middle school. It's on TV maybe once a month, and it's usually the Red Sox play the Yankees. And so I was like, I thought it was kind of a joke, or one of my buddies playing a joke on me. And I went there and he's like, "Hey, I mean, if you play, a year of baseball, you could probably get looked at by some teams. I'm not guaranteeing, but something could happen." And then, I did about, I think, 2 months of baseball and kind of got noticed on that aspect. And unfortunately, I had a shoulder surgery after my first tournament in Australia. And then I think 2 months or a month out of like being done with my rehab and that, the Twins came up to me and was like, "Hey, would you like to play professional baseball?" And I was like, "Oh, let's ride." But I think I was 17, 18 when I signed, and that was pro ball was my first taste of baseball. And I kind of got thrown in the deep end, but I met some great people and I've had a hell of a journey so far. And I feel like it's kind of just getting started in the good stuff.
What made you want? You mentioned just the challenge of it, but like what made you want to go to the deep end? To pursue this. What do you love about baseball?
I feel like I class myself as a pretty good athlete, and seeing the challenge of how many levels there are, how many great players there are. I can't say honestly at the start of when I first ever picked up baseball, I was like, I wasn't like, I love this game. Like, this is what I always thought I was gonna be a rugby player. Like, I was like, Dad, that's my dream. My dad grew up in New Zealand with the All Blacks. I'm like, that's it. I'm a rugby player. And then I picked up a baseball, and probably after my first like year and a half playing, in pro ball, and then going back home and playing in the ABL, I just fell in love with the challenge of the game. Not just like physically, like you could be a great athlete and baseball can kind of eat you up and chew you out. So the mental side of it, that challenge, kind of just kept driving me to be like, I mean, you can never conquer this game, no matter like how good you are. It's just, it keeps beating you down, and it's like, oh, like coming back for more. So I think, that, and then, just the guys I've met, a big impact of a reason why I love the game. And, right now it's, if you asked me 5 years ago, and I'm a baseball player now. If you asked me 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, I'm just an athlete playing another sport.
What do the people back home, like your friends, family, what do they think of you pursuing this baseball career in America?
They think it's cool. They kind of don't understand, the minor league side of them. When I signed with the Minnesota Twins, they were expecting me to play David Ortiz the first week I got over here. So that was kind of having to explain to all my friends and that, like, how it actually works. But they're all like my high school friends and that always reach out, and it's kind of cool to, like, for me, to hear from them and for them to see me kind of over here doing, something I love to do. And, being another Australian, there's not many of us, kind of setting a pathway for the younger guys coming up now.
I saw you got, yeah, go ahead, Chris, sorry.
Yeah, and you mentioned part of that mental battle. How tough was it to get over, just having like good years maybe in a high A ball and then still maybe not getting promoted to Double A and stuff like that? What are the ebbs and flows of minor league baseball? How tough was that to get used to?
Yeah, it was tough. That was the biggest part of my learning curve, and I think why also having more success continuously now, because beforehand I didn't know how to, handle struggling, and not just struggling for a week, struggling for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I'm lucky enough with my defense, I kind of get to play a lot, whether I'm hitting or not hitting. And it's a good thing you get to play, but when you're struggling and you see yourself in the lineup, sometimes you're like, not tonight, I'm not feeling it tonight. So just being able to be like, all right, I'm going to play a lot, every time I'm being Borrego, I'm going to play a lot with my defense. And it's just making sure like my mental state when I go into at bat, I don't give any at bats away. And, I'm ready to do damage every time I'm up there, because it's easy to get lost from, August, September-ish, just to give at bats away. And then your numbers could easily go from 280 to 220 or 280 to 200 in a matter of a month. And you're like, where did that go? So I think that was the biggest thing I've learned, to just be consistent every day and take every at bat like it's the first one of the season.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
Good, Seth. Good to see
The
you.
last time we talked, I know you were staying in the States this off season. Do you think that helped a little bit? And I know you coached kids, you worked with high school kids. Do you think that, I don't know if it helped understand that this is a tough game, or did you learn anything from being on the coaching side of that this winter?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely understood why some of the hitting coaches look at me like, but yeah, definitely. I think just the mental part was a big thing that I learned of the hitting side of things. Defense and base running, I've kind of been really good at that from the start. But it was just the mental side of hitting. And, some high school kids taught me that, of just, I'm like telling them, hey, don't give any at bats away. Don't, whether it's the 4th or 5th at bat, that could mean something at the end of the week whether you get, 4 extra hits or no extra hits. And that's something that I kind of took into myself. I was like, if I'm teaching it, I better preach it. So, and just, especially at this level, you don't get many pitches that leave misses right over the middle of the plate. So if you do get it, don't miss it. And I think that's what I've gotten a lot better at this year. And something, I've always wanted to work on is be the hitter that I know I can be, and show everyone that, I can hit, not just run and catch the ball.
There's got to be like some kind of sense of, self-pride of, for you to even to have reached this far in the minors. And I saw you got a brief call up last year too. Is it tough to kind of sit back and think of it like big picture, like how proud you are of, how far you've gotten, or is it, or do you kind of take some time to think about that, or is it kind of hard in the moment?
Yeah, no, definitely, feel like, I've accomplished a part of my goal. And I think in the offseason was a big time I kind of sat back and was like, I've got to kind of give myself a pat on the back. I got to where I wanted to get to, but also it's not where I see myself. I didn't see myself wanting to be up there for, 2 weeks and then come back down and play minor league ball. So I think that was another big part of, what drove me to really focus on, the hitting side of things, and be ready to show everyone, like, everyone's, for the last 2 years, I think it is, just been waiting for me to hit. I got called up for my defense and my running. So I saw Buxton going off and I was like, well, if he's hitting, I better start hitting too. So, and, just really focus on that. I think that was a mindset I took in. You've got to kind of sometimes acknowledge yourself and, be proud of what you've done, but also like the job's not finished. So I took it in as a kind of drive for the season.
Aaron, I have one more, and I keep getting kicked out.
Oh, we lost him.
You get kicked out again.
He's got a good frozen face. Now the waiting game. Does he come back? There he is.
Sorry, guys.
There he is.
Did you hear my question at all, or right away? Okay. Sorry about that. No, my question was, and I apologize if you've answered it already or right at the beginning that I missed, but how important was it for you personally just to get off to this fast start, offensively, especially? Because like you said, everyone knows you can play defense and run, but how important was it for you to have a fast start this season, all those multi-hit games?
Yeah, you know, it was good confidence. I think that's where like the side of like when you spoke to Borrego about the confidence side of things, you know, just getting that confidence in, you know, not really playing or starting a game in 2 years, getting that confidence back. And as I said, like, you know, I was up there for a little bit last year, you know, wasn't at big league camp. So I kind of wanted to prove to them, like, you know, I have changed my hitting, you know, I did put in the work and, you know, here it is. And, because, you know, you can say all the things you want, like I'm a better hitter, this and that, but it doesn't matter until it's, you know, out there on the field, you're doing it. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, just being able to, from the start, you know, hopefully to the end, showing that, you know, that bat's there.
Awesome. That's all I got. Appreciate the time, man.
No,
Appreciate
awesome.
it, Aaron.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Aaron's
Nice
probably
Have a good
sick of
one.
me asking him questions.
We got Jose Miranda coming up next.
Jose.
Tim, can you give me access again to record? Every
Oh,
time
sure.
I lose that, so sorry about that.
No problem.
And Seth, I can also email you my version if that makes it any easier.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll.
You don't have to wear a mask.
I can get your email from him.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I'm recording too this time, so I'd be able to send it out if it works. But here's Jose.
Okay, thank you.
Jose, just first off, just how have things gone here in Wichita? You're off to a hot start. Kind of what's been behind that and to your early success?
I'm trying to be like more patience, lower my chase percentage. That's one of my goals for this season. I know if my chase percentage goes down, I'm gonna have better numbers because that was one of my problems in 19. I don't strike out a lot. I put the ball in play a lot. So, but if I start like swinging at better pitches, I know like I'm gonna start getting more hits, doubles, home runs, and so I think that's been one of the cases right now.
And with this team, like last night, it seems like there's no deficit that is too large. You know, you guys are down 6, rallying, come back to win. And just what about this team that you guys are never down and out?
I don't know. I feel like this team is pretty fun to play with. There's like a mix of veteran guys and young guys, and I think we have a pretty good chemistry right now going. Especially with the red jersey. We got 5-0 right now. But I don't know, it's pretty fun right now playing with them. I'm enjoying my time here, and I don't know, let's keep winning. We got to keep winning.
Hey, Jose, how important for you was the success that you had in Puerto Rico this winter? A lot of home runs, a lot of big home runs, big situations, playing in the Caribbean World Series. You know, how important was that for you, and how much did you enjoy that?
Oh, it was super important for me. I was rooting to play. This past years, like I couldn't play. Twins didn't let me. Then I couldn't play, and then finally I got the chance to play. The only bad thing was that there was no fans, so my family like they couldn't be there, but they were watching the games on TV. But it was great. It was a fun experience. Going to the Caribbean series, there's not a ton of guys that go there. That was the biggest experience, I gotta say. One of my biggest ones like of my life right now, career. Playing against Dominican, playing against Robbie Cano, Melky Cabrera, Carlos Martinez, all those big league guys. It was a really good experience.
And how did you find out you were headed to the big league spring training, and what did you learn? What was it like maybe fielding ground balls with Josh Donaldson, or taking batting practice, or hitting a home run in a big league game? What was the spring training? I think it was your first big league training. What was that for you?
Yeah, first big league spring training. It was a great experience just being around all those guys, all those like veteran guys, being around Nelly Cruz, who's been in the league for like 15 years, 20 years almost. Hearing like all the things that he says, all the things that he knows, like hitting wise, all the works he puts in, like day in, day out. After the game, he keeps working out. JD too, Donaldson, all those guys, like you see them, they're super good, but you got to know what they do before the game and after the game. And it's pretty cool to like watch them work like that hard, and seeing the work pay off. It's pretty nice to like be with them.
And what are your thoughts been about Wichita and Riverfront Stadium being, the first team to play there and put on those Wind Surge uniforms?
Well, so I gotta say, I think it's the best minor league field I've played so far in my 5-year career in the minors already. I think this is the best one I've played. It's like pretty dope. So it's pretty cool being here. I'm enjoying my time.
Your fellow draft mates, Rortvet and Akil Badu, and obviously Alex Kirilloff have debuted this year.
Yeah.
Does that drive you? Does that motivate you? Because I know you're close with those guys. Does that motivate you to want to get there too now?
Oh yeah, that motivates me a lot. I mean, I see them there right now. I see Akil making the opening day roster. I see just like Ben made his debut like 3 weeks ago. AK, same thing. Yeah, it motivates me because like we're the same class. We're like all together, drafted all 4. So yeah, I want to do my best here and then get up there. That's the main goal. Be there and then stay there.
And I guess is your daughter about 1 now, and
yeah,
how becoming a dad been for you, and has that altered how you think about the game or how you prepare in any way?
Yeah, she just turned 1. That's another thing that like she motivates me to like play hard, do my work every day. I just like think about her in the game, after the game, like calling her. Right, they're right now in Puerto Rico, so like calling her on FaceTime, and like she sees me, she starts laughing, and it's great. Like being a dad is like super great. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I think it's like way better than what I thought. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, congratulations. And, as you look to this year, I think power was one thing you were looking to add, but are there other things that you're looking as far as goals for this season for yourself? Obviously to keep moving up, but things you're looking at?
I think the main goal is to stay healthy during the whole year. That's obviously the main goal. I think if I stay healthy and if I stick to my plan with the chase percentage and swinging at strikes, I think I'm gonna have a pretty good year, better year than 19. I think I have a pretty good start right now, which that was one of my struggles in the past. My starts of the season, they were like cold, like slow. So this year was like a hot start, and then I just gotta keep going. And I mean, my main goal is just to get to the bigs. That's the main goal, and help the team win. So that's pretty it.
Okay, one more for me if that's okay. But you've played third, second, first already this year.
Yeah.
You still got your shortstop skills ready to go if needed, or is it important for you, do you think, to be versatile and be able to play multiple positions?
Yeah, of course. I think how the game is going right now, you just got to play everywhere. So I'm getting ready to play everywhere, whatever they need me. I just want to be in the lineup. If they need me at second, short, third, first, I'll play them. I think I can play all of them pretty good. So that's one big thing for me. And if my bat is going, I mean, they got to have me in the lineup. So I'll play whatever they want.
I'm good. I think Jose had to answer all my questions last year. He's probably tired of me.
That's all I got as well. I appreciate the time, Jose.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, see you.
Yep.
You bet.
Thanks, Jose.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, you guys good?
Very
Yeah,
good.
hey, and Seth, what's your email? I'll send it to you. Or
Yeah, it's one of those where it's Seth.
Send it to you, Chris.
okay.
I was going to say it's long.
Okay.
I'll just copy his email and send it to you. And then if this works, if I actually recorded it, then I can send it to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll back up.
Yeah, I
The
apologize.
masks for the local. I know, Seth, you don't care. But after this homestand, I think we're going to loosen up the masks for the fans.
Woohoo. There we go.
Employees will still have to wear them. Obviously, the players.
Yeah.
We have to wait on Major League Baseball. So.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I don't know if you'll have to wear them in the one area is if you're in your little area in the press box shooting, you're fine. But I think in the general area, you might have to wear it. But I'll keep you posted.
Cool. Well,
Hopefully
the
Twins
goes
just
away
sent
and all.
out something too, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. No, it's good. I mean, I think it's progress.
Yeah.
We're getting there.